So good morning everyone. If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat box. Yeah, good morning. So let me share the link. Right, let me share the link so that everybody will join up and we'll begin. So good morning everyone, and just a minute, let me share the link. All right, so the first pair I'm going to watch out is on gold. Right, let's check out gold first. Now on gold, we all know it's bullish. Right, gold is bullish, and we are meant to keep looking out for buys. For now, we're meant to just keep looking out for buys, looking out for re-entry for buys. Right, so let's look out for our opportunity now. So this is on the 30 minutes time frame, and the 30 minutes time frame, there is no clear order block to mark out for our buy. Right, there's no clear order block we're going to mark out on this 30 minutes time frame now for our buy. Right, then I have to go to a much lower time frame. Right, on the 15 minutes time frame, you're going to see we have a clear breaker block right here, which is where the price is currently reacting from. You can see the reaction. So we have this high, an order block, and that's where the price got to. An order block, which is now acting like a breaker block. So this is the first POI where the price is currently reacting from. But I don't trust this very POI. Why? Because this liquidity is pretty much far off, right? And the sell is pretty much aggressive. So my POI to take this very trade, to take a buy on gold, is gonna be from this very order block. Right, and this very order block now is a 5 minutes time frame order block. So on the 15 minutes time frame now, we also have another POI right here. We also have this other order block right here. This is also a pretty cool order block. It has break of structure, but liquidity is not clear. There's no clear liquidity protecting this very order block. Right, so that's why I'm not taking my entry from this very order block. And if you want, this is a low, which is gonna definitely provide liquidity for this order block. Right, so the reason I'm not taking it from this very area is because there's no clear low. The price just created this very one. This one was created recently. Depending on how the price formed this very low, this low can act as liquidity. But when I took the entry, price has not created this very low. So there was no clear low protecting this very order block. So this one is too far off. That's why I'm not using that very low. So this is my point of interest, which is a 5 minutes time frame order block. You can see this right here. And it has this clear low as liquidity protecting it. So this is where we're waiting to buy gold. Right, this is where I'm waiting for, so I will take a buy on gold. I guess I've already sent out the signal, right? I've tapped out entry stop loss and everything. So it's about 87 pips. Let's see how it's gonna play out. But on the lower time frame, let's see if we'll find any entry. So I'm trying to go to 1 minute now to see if we find any perfect entry. So on the lower time frame, there is no clear entry to take. Right, there's no clear entry we can take it. You remember, we're gonna look out for sell as it's going down. So there's no clear level to take a trade from. So let's check out other pairs. On BTC, like we have yesterday during the live, I told you BTC is gonna first break on the high as a break of structure. Then we can look out for buy from this POI, which is this very POI, and we can use this low as liquidity. Now it broke the structure. It didn't retrace that yesterday, right? That's why I didn't drop the signal. It didn't retrace yesterday, but this morning it just came close, did not get to the POI, which is this order block. It just started buying off again, right? So same on BTC, we are gonna keep looking out for buys, and let's look out for where we're gonna possibly take our buy, right? So you can see this is a level it's meant to get to. A long wick, which is an order block on this 4-hour time frame. Possible zone this market is meant to get to before buying, but it didn't get there. And on the 2-hour time frame, there is also the same as an order block, right? Then on the lower time frame, it created another order block, another POI above it. It created this very order block right here. So this is pretty much also a good order block, right? Nice POI to buy from. Why? Because it just had its break of structure. But the third thing which we need is the liquidity, right? So it has not created any liquidity. So if it creates liquidity, we'll take our buy from this very POI, right? If it does down without liquidity, without creating any low, which is gonna act as liquidity for our buy, we'll take the buy from this very order block right here. Expecting, where do we expect BTC to get to? Let me go to a higher time frame so I'll see where I'm expecting it to get to. Then I'll know how I'm gonna set my target and then set the take profit. Now, first we have this area on a weekly time frame. This is a possible zone where this BTC can get to, and this is a previous week, that's last week high, which has liquidity. A chance that price will take out that liquidity, right? On the daily time frame, it's also gonna align. You can see that on a daily time frame, a long week, which this high is the liquidity are available right there. So there's a chance that the price will likely take out that liquidity. Then on the 4-hour time frame, I'm trying to see if this is where this market got to on a daily. All right, so this is where the price got to on a daily time frame. Right, it got to the order block on a daily time frame. Can you see this? This is where the order block is on a daily. That's where the price got to. Right, that's where the price got to and it started buying. Right, without coming back to this 4-hour time frame order block. So pretty much, if we decide to retrace back, we'll take our buy from this 4-hour time frame order block. Then this first mitigation, this first low, can act as liquidity. Overall target is this high, which is a level we expect the price to get to. Right? So if BTC decide to retrace, we'll buy from here. It's gonna definitely retrace before getting there, but let's see. Anything can happen within the market. Let's see what's gonna happen, and then let's check out other markets. So if BTC does any retracement, I'll buy from this very order block. My overall target is gonna be this very high right here. Then this low cannot act as liquidity because itself does not have a liquidity. So you can use very low. That's what I'm watching out for on BTC. Now let's check out other markets. So on Euro USD, the breaker block entry hits full take profit as about 1:4. Right, so the breaker block hit full take profit as about 1:4. So let's see what we are now expecting. And remember, this was a daily a daily order block, right, where we expect this price to get to. So let's see if there's a chance of this market selling from that very level, right? So on the daily time frame is an order block. 4 hour time frame is still an order block right here, right? And it has this high as liquidity protecting the order block. So it's very much a valid order block. So let's validate it. Let's see if it has all the criteria, and let's know what we're gonna be doing. First, it has this low as a break of short to downside, but what the price did? Price came to this very order block. Then all of this low now, which we consider as change of character or break of short to downside, they are now acting as liquidity protecting this very PY. So this was where it got to, and it started buying, right? And it started buying. So we're gonna expect it to take out at least the nearest liquidity, which is gonna be this very liquidity. So if we're gonna sell, take a sell from here, we need to watch out for the change of character. So once it gives a proper change of character, we can start looking out for sell. If not, we'll just watch out and let's see. Let's see if it's gonna give any change of character on getting there. So on getting there now, our major move is not gonna be this very area, right? Our change of character is not gonna be this very area because if the price comes down and take out this very low, right, everybody's gonna consider as a change of character. Right now, what's the price gonna do? It's gonna take out that low, then tap on this very breaker block, then continue the buy. Because if you change character now, meaning you now start looking out for sell maybe around this very order block. But this is not a valid change of character. It's just the price using this low as inducement to tap on this breaker block and continue the buy. So if we're gonna consider a change of character, and I want to see the price maybe taking out this very low. Right, once you take out this very low, you can now start looking out for retracement and then start looking out for sell. Right, so this is the low I'm expecting the price to take out for me to start looking out for sell. But if we're gonna look out for buy, it's gonna be from this breaker block, of which I guess the price has already mitigated. Right, it's gonna be from this very breaker block. The price has already tapped on it. We're gonna expect it to keep buying, right? Even take out this very high. So we don't have any clear change of character yet. So we're gonna keep looking out for buys until it gives that proper change of character. I guess GBP USD is gonna be doing similar things. So let's look out for opportunity right there. Same to GBP USD is very much bullish, so we're gonna keep looking out for buys. And this is a nice order block to buy from. Let's validate it by knowing where it's currently still heading or where we expect it to get to. So on a 4 hour time frame, we have this long wick right here, which is already acting as a 4 hour time frame order block. Then on the 2 hour time frame, it's also aligning. 4 hour time frame and 2 hour time frame, they are the same, right? So pretty much what I need, right? Since they are the same, is pretty much what I need. And now all I need is just the other things, break of structure and liquidity. Now, if this price decide to keep buying, if this price decide to continue this buy, it's gonna take out this nearest liquidity. That's already taken out this other one. That's already taken out this very first liquidity at this very point. Then if you decide to keep buying, it's gonna take out this other liquidity right here. But let's watch out and let's see if there is by any means the price will actually sell from here without taking out this other high as a liquidity. Now on the higher time frame, 4 hour time frame, we have a long wick, which is a very long wick as an order block right here. And this very long week now has already been mitigated. Price has already respected it and dropped. So on a daily time frame, let's see if it's clear. Daily time frame, same thing. We have the long week at this very point, which is where this week also respected. It has already mitigated it. So our POI has been respected right on our different time frame. So the POI has been respected. So there's a chance that the price will buy to take out that high. Right, the price will buy to take out that liquidity because that is no longer a valid and a proper POI to take our sell from because that's been mitigated already. Right. So we're gonna keep looking out for our buy. And the buy zone now, which is this order block that align with the 4 hour and the 2 hour time frame, is gonna be a zone where we'll be expecting our buy from. And if we are buying from here, we can target our 1:4 or 1:5 risk to reward ratio. USD. Stop loss just slightly below it. So this is where we wait for GBP USD. Hopefully it comes back here before buying. This is about 1:4 risk to reward ratio. So let me save this and then drop in the group. The only chance that this right when they drop, keep dropping, keep selling aggressively. That's the only reason that this buy will not hold. But this is a valid opportunity. Break of structure is present. Then the liquidity is present. And GPUS is pretty much bullish. And we are meant to keep looking out for buys. So let's see how it's gonna go. Then on USD JPY, we had this very POI as of yesterday, where we expect the price to get to before dropping. Right, this was the POI and order block where I expected the price to get to before selling off. Right, which it didn't come back. Right, I guess the price was around here yesterday when we did this analysis. I was expecting the price to come back here and then sell, but it didn't come back before dropping. It has already taken out this nearest liquidity. So we expect it to break as a break of trade. So it has not breaking, right? It has not broke past the low as a break of trade downside. So we're still gonna expect more sales because we have a level where you expect that price to get to. Right. So we have a level where we expect the price to get to. We're gonna keep looking out for the opportunity to sell as it's going down till it gets to that very level. Right. So let's keep looking on the 4 hour time frame. Since this, I guess this has now missed entry because the price is no longer gonna come back there. So to enter for a sale now, we're gonna use this area as our POI, which is like a long week on the 4 hour time frame. But let's validate it. Let's see if it has everything we need. It's also an order block on a 2 hour time frame. Right, and on our entry time frame, let's see if it has all we need. First, it had this low, which is broke as a break of structure to the downside. Then it's an order block on its own. Then it has this high, which acts as liquidity protecting it. So this can be a nice zone to sell this market from. So stop loss can be above it. Right? Our take profit can be at where we expect the price to get to. And let's check out where the nearest liquidity the price needs to take out. Right, it's gonna be this very low, obviously. Right, this is a low. We expect price to now take out. So our target can be at that very low. Pretty much our 1:4. Right, this is a nice zone. We're gonna wait for this very market. So we can sell from. So hopefully none of this miss entry again and they activate us in. So let me type out everything and then we'll set this limit order right there. So the entry for the sell limit is about 147.690. SL is about 147.929. This trade is giving us about 24 pips. So this is about 24 pips SL. And the target, which is our take profit, is the 146.663. Pretty much 1:4. So let's see how this is gonna go. Let's see how this sale is gonna go. So on GBP JPY, I'm expecting a buy from either of these POI. So on GBP JPY, I'm watching out for two POI. Right, I'm watching out for two POI. Someone said it's lagging and the network is disturbing. So check again if it's still lagging. Check again if it's still lagging and then let me know. Just check if it's still lagging, let me know. Alright, so let's go on. Someone is asking for my S handle. It's right in the description. Right, it's right in the description, so you check it out. So on GBP JPY, I'm waiting for either of these POI. Right, so I'll take my buy. Why am I now looking out for buys? Because this market is not likely gonna start buying. Break or short to the upside, they were meant to now start looking out for buys. Right, the first POI I'm watching out for is this very one, then this very one. So to validate this and then know which of these we're gonna take our buy from, let me check it out on a higher time frame. On the 4-hour time frame now, we have the long wick as a POI, which is the other block right there. 2-hour time frame, we also have the long wick, and also this very one right here also is a long wick. Then on a 1 hour time frame, both of them are also order block. Right, then on the 30 minutes time frequency is now so clear that this is an order block and this other one is an order block. So both POI, they are pretty much valid and they have their break of structure. Then this low can act as liquidity protecting either of them. So we can watch out to take our trade from either of them. But I'm watching out for this extreme one. I'm watching out for this extreme low. Maybe the price can also use this very order low. Or maybe the price can still use that. Maybe the price can also use this very order low as liquidity. And we can buy from this POI. So we're also watching for this. Let's delete this very missed entry. So let's watch out for this very zone to buy. I'm going to type out everything once I validate it and then drop it as a signal. But that's what I'm watching out for on GBP JPY. So let's check out other markets. Then let's go over the markets again and let's see what's happening and what we're likely gonna expect. BTC will hopefully retrace back to activate this other um, POI before buy continues. Then on gold, like I told you, this breaker block is a valid breaker block because it has liquidity. Right? But because the liquidity is pretty much far off, that's why I'm not looking at to buy from that very breaker block. Right? So my POI is still this very zone. That's on gold. So we're still waiting to take our trade from here. Then let's see on the lower time frame. Let's see if it has provided any opportunity. Still no clear opportunity right here. We're still going to wait for our entry. Then BTC would, I've told you what I'm expecting. It's still buying, so hopefully it retraces back. Then we buy from here. If it creates liquidity, we can buy from this very POI. Right, there's even another breaker block right here. We can buy from either of these once it creates liquidity for any of them. Around Euro USD, let's see. Okay, if this breaker block fails now, like I told you, we might now start looking out for sell. Right, because it's a major sell zone. But we are also watching closely. And GBP USD, if it retraces back, we can take our buy from this very zone. Only when the sell is aggressive. If the sell retracement sell is pretty too aggressive, this buy might not hold. If the sell is pretty much too aggressive, this buy might not hold, but it's a nice opportunity. Once the sell is aggressive, I'll let you guys know. But for now, let me save it up and then drop. But I'm just still watching this GBP USD. You notice I didn't type out everything as a signal. I'm just still watching it closely to see. Then on USD JPY, we are still expecting our sell. I believe everyone has set their limit order. We're still waiting for this very sell right there. So pretty much this is what I'm watching out for. I've dropped a couple of setups, so that's what I'm watching out for. I'm just watching out for them. Then we've set some limit order. Let's see how it's gonna play out. Right, hopefully they don't miss entry like yesterday. Yesterday USD JPY missed entry. Right, we're waiting to sell somewhere around here. This was our POI yesterday, but it didn't come back. Missed entry. GBPJPY as well missed entry. Then US30 activated us in with an aggressive move. I guess we're watching to take a buy somewhere around here yesterday. Right, but because of the aggressive drop, that's why we deleted the order. It's pretty much going well now. Right, but because of the aggressive sell, I guess this is the setup. Once a sell is aggressive that way, it's always now this was the setup right here. Pretty much a 15 minutes time frame order block. So I guess around somewhere here. So it's going well because of this aggressive sell. Maybe that's how the stock market do open, right? It's not that just step in, and that's why the aggressive sell happened. So we're gonna keep looking out for buys on the US30. Right, and the possible buy zone now is this very area right here. So watch out for this very area as our possible buy zone. Nearest liquidity is this high. But I'm gonna call out the signal. I'm gonna drop it for you guys, so you guys take it. But this is what I'm watching out for on the US30. So pretty much this is what I'm watching out for on this different market. Buy on this GBPJPY, sell on USD JPY. We're still watching out for sell on Euro USD when it gives a clear change of character. And on other markets, I guess we're looking out for buys. So let's see how they will go, and then let's see how this will go, guys. Let us wait for these setups I've dropped.